What's going on, Mixonites? I am Nathan, your fitness coach, but today we are doing tech in the Tesla, of course. And that being said, links are going to be in the description. If you're not familiar with this channel, I do fitness related videos, tech reviews, things like that. So make sure you stay tuned to see what you're going to get. Subscribe to the channel too, by the way, and turn on your push notifications. And let's dive in. Tesla gave us a huge screen. It's basically the brains of the car. Seriously, I tried to drive without it and it would not go anywhere. In any case, the screen does not move at all. It's sleek, it's nice, but has little functionality when it comes to mobility. As a driver, I sit pretty far back and sometimes I'm leaning way over just to tap the screen on the far side. Not ideal, and if you're a passenger, you may have the same issue if you're trying to put in information for the navigation system, things like that. When I'm parked, I like to watch Netflix sometimes if I'm charging my car or eating some food at Costco's, and I don't have to turn my body every single time I want to watch. I want to just be able to, just turn my head rather than lean over to the left. I know I'm not the only one who goes through that. So Tesla gave us a solution, a swivel screen mounting kit. Initially, I thought I did not need it until I actually installed it. Instead of your screen being locked into one position, you can now swing it to the left, you can swing it to the right, your left, your right, up and down and up. Make sense? Mind you, you can do this with just one hand. No tools, no hassle, no muss, no fuss. It just works nice and easily. For a quick breakdown, side to side you get up to 30 degrees in either direction, and up and down you get about 15 degrees. So if you're driving solo and you want the screen to be a little bit closer to you, just go ahead and swivel it your way. If you're the passenger and maybe you want to see the directions a little bit more clearly, swivel it your way. The angling makes it perfect for watching movies, maybe getting the glare off the screen, things of that nature from the sunroof if you don't have anything to block it from the light coming in. Let me tell you, once you put this in, this option is going to help your neck feel way more natural because you don't have to turn your whole entire body to look at the screen. That's the issue that I go through. Maybe you go through the same thing. It's a solid build, premium alloy with dampening effects, so when you move it, it's smooth, it's stable. There's no wobble, it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. On top of that, it has an OEM style silver gray frame that blends right into the Tesla's interior. It doesn't look like some aftermarket job, it just looks like something that actually came with the car, which probably should have came with the car, as big as the screen is. Installation is going to be pretty straightforward. There's no cutting, there's no drilling. It will not damage your vehicle at all. Alright, so what are you going to get in this screen bracket? Alright, you get a couple of directions in here. We're not going to read those because you got me. You're going to get the bracket itself is nice and sturdy. From here, you're going to get this little bracket. It's going to be OEM looking for your screen. You got a couple of tools here. Everything you need is in this little bag, so don't lose that. You got a few screws here. In this box, you have a replacement bracket, so we'll hold on to that too as well. And then you have a lever here to kind of space things out. And then you have this last bracket that's going to also make an OEM, so don't break that or lose it. And then you got a couple screws, and I think this is it for what's in the box. All right, move your seat back. That's gonna be your first step. And then you're gonna take that pry tool and take off this bottom component here. It just snaps right off. All right, once you got that done, unplug that carefully. Hold on to that piece. And then I have a power tool. You can use the extra tool that came with it, but you're gonna loosen those two nuts there. Put your screen on sleep mode, pretty easy. And then wiggle your screen off. Nice and easy. If it's going to be still attached, so make sure you use this little screwdriver and plug thing to take off the two screws on the side. This is going to loosen that bracket up for you. Once you pull that off, you're going to take off this white piece by pulling it out. And then from here, we'll get that little purple button off. You may have to use a lever to pull it. It's like a little button on there for it. All right, so this is what your screen looks like, or what your car looks like without the screen. A little weird. All right, so first things first, you're gonna take that bracket and gonna slide it between those two slots. Take those two screws and kind of slide it in there. You'll only be able to get one screw in at a time. Once you get one screw in, you're gonna take the hex screw and loosen up that bracket so you can swivel it to the right or to the left depending on how yours came in set up. Once you do that, you can install the other screw. Make sure you tighten them simultaneously or evenly onto the actual mount. And then you're going to adjust the strength of, or the tightness of the bracket itself. Okay, so make sure it's comfortable. It'll be easier to move once you have the monitor on. Alright, now you're going to put this bracket on. This is going to make it look OEM. It just slides right between those wires and up over the bracket itself. Give it a clean OEM look. And then from here, you're going to take these brackets here. Make sure you put the screws in first and then screw it in. It makes it a lot easier to attach it. Make sure you screw them down evenly, alternating sides, just like that. Alright, so next thing you're going to do is you're going to attach that purple piece in there. Kind of snaps right into it. Make sure you don't drop the monitor. There is actual mat in the bag, in the box. I forgot to put that down, but that'll be to make sure you don't jack up the screen. I didn't use that piece. Alright, take that white part and put it back on that specific spot. Don't forget that piece. And then you're going to slide the monitor right back onto the mount itself. And then you're going to take those screws and lock it into place. Make sure you put them in there evenly. From here, you're going to take your original bracket and take that little piece out. You're going to have a few screws there, and you're going to attach to the mount that came with the swivel case. You can use the same screws or use the screws that came with the actual box too as well. Make sure you put them in there nice and tight. And once that's done, you can now go back up to the top and attach it back into the little circuit. Once you attach to the circuit, now you just have to slide it right back into that little slot. It may be a little bit tough, but I believe in you. You got this. And that's pretty much it once you get it snapped into place. Boop. Now once you do the install, I want you to be mindful that your screen will drop an inch. So that being said, if you put your phone on the charger and you're expecting to see some notifications, that's going to be out of the view for the most part. But you shouldn't be utilizing your phone while you're driving anyway, so you're good on that. On the upside, you get a clear view of your view. So if the screen was in your way before, it's not going to be in your way because of the drop. If I could change one thing about this job is to either loosen or tighten the screen, at least without taking things apart. So in any case, make sure you fine tune it before you put everything back together. Maybe a locking mechanism may solve this issue in maybe the 2.0 version. On the upside, get it? Side, upside? Never mind. I rarely move my screen anyway, so it's literally just sitting there, so I don't really have to worry about turning it or twisting it. So you don't have to really worry about it. Long story short, the Tesla screens are good, but if it can move, it's going to be way better. I promise you. As I said before, links are going to be in the description, so make sure you check that out. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your push notifications. Turn on your push notifications and hit the like button, and I will flex with you later. Peace.